What's going on? And welcome to the Chaos Incarnate podcast, where nobody knows what the heck is going on. Not even us. Four bros just chilling and talking while we do something. At the end of this episode, there will be a winner who will introduce the topic of discussion for the next episode. We have some great people with us here today. We have Tim.
Put the fries in the bag.
We have Garrett.
Hogwarts.
And we have Dylan.
Hello.
And then we have myself, Blake. 6'6", dark-skinned black male.
He's
Oh,
lying.
but sinners
welcome.
rejoice.
He's lying.
Wasn't a lie.
He's lying.
And welcome to the Chaos Incarnate podcast with our host today, Garrett. Everybody give a round of applause for Garrett.
Hold on. I had a sound effect for this, but I lost it.
I can't.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
I appreciate the glorious intro to my main N-word number one, Blake over here. He's been with me from day
Yes.
one.
Honestly,
Literally met my
glorious
mom before
intro.
me.
And it's like if the local church is ever a new youth pastor, I'll put your name in.
I'll fucking kiss
Thank
you,
you.
bro.
All right.
All
What
right.
are we talking about?
Yeah,
So-
so what is the topic? You've been gatekeeping.
I know. I've literally been gatekeeping topic. So, as we are all doing a new thing right here, podcast. None of us have done that before. I thought that the best topic for this episode would be new experiences. Anything that you've done that was new. It doesn't have to be new to this day. Like if you did it several years ago, but it was new to you then. Anything new.
First time I sniffed a Sharpie and got high.
That's a crazy
I'm just
starting.
joking. I'm just joking. That's never happened. I'm
He's
just
lying. I
Crazy,
literally watched him
crazy.
do it.
Yeah,
I literally
actually,
watched.
it's
I literally
joking.
watched him do it under the bleachers. He's fucking lying,
I'm
guys.
just joking.
He's
I've
lying.
literally seen him with Sharpie marks on his lip.
Oh my god, it's for writing my name
Wild.
when I give out autographs. It's not my
Yeah.
fault. It's not.
Bro literally carries a Sharpie on him at all times. He says it's for signatures, but I don't believe him.
Anyways. New
Bro needs to mark
experiences. I
a
like
lot of
that.
boxes.
I like new experiences.
Yeah. I thought since we've never done anything like this before, so might as well just start with something easy. New experiences.
First
This is-
experience, right? Of racism toward me as a black man. I'm gonna say it right now. The very first experience I've ever had for racism, I was in the 5th grade, sitting with two other my friends. I'm not gonna mention them, Tyler and Vinny. And I remember,
That's crazy. Name dropping
we
like
were
that's
sitting-
crazy.
Name drop. The name drop, bro.
I remember we're sitting there, and I'm not gonna say who, but Vinny, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey," he was just so nonchalant about it too, and I knew what he was doing. I did it. He knew what he was doing. I didn't really know. And he goes, "Hey, did you take a shower last night? You look really dirty today." And I said, "What?" I didn't even know what it meant. I was like, "What? What do you mean? No, I took it. Like, do I smell? Like, what's going on?" My friend Tyler goes, "You know that's called being racist, right?" I was like, "No, no, 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 no. What does that mean?" And then boom, I went and told the teacher on him, and he got in school suspension.
Dang, bro.
I'm a
snitch,
snitch.
too.
Okay, so now we know
Snitch,
that Blake's a
snitch.
snitch.
5th grade. I was in 5th
A
grade.
hypocrite
I was
and a
first.
Fifth grade snitch. He started early, bro.
That
Cannot-
racism,
Now
when I
he's
learned about
racist.
racism, when I learned about
That's
racism
crazy, bro.
with like the Nazis and stuff in 6th grade, oh my gosh, game over. Everyone was racist to me. Every single person was racist. I call all my bus drivers a racist. Call my 5th grade teacher a racist. Call my 6th grade teacher a racist.
You hate
And
on me
now
because
I just
I'm
think everyone-
different.
You hate on me because I'm different. It's ridiculous up in here.
That's wild, bro. Bro, like, wrote a bad book report, got an F, and she's like, "Yeah, this is bad." He's like, "Racist."
Racist.
That's
Because
exactly
I'm
what
black.
it was. That's exactly what
Bro
it
couldn't
was.
get a failing grade if everybody was racist to him.
Pow, 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 pow.
It's like you're just hating me, hating on me because I'm different. That's why you failed my book report. It's totally not 'cause I didn't read the book.
All right.
That was my new experience.
Anybody else got another new experience? Anything? Or can we
Well-
just blabble on now?
I mean,
I'm trying to
just-
think of a new
well,
experience that I had.
okay.
That's kind of
Tim's
weird.
thinking. I guess I'll go. New experiences. If I had to think of one personally, I'm gonna go with. You know, so kind of more about this, like about the podcast itself. I'm gonna say like a new experience is thinking about like what it takes to be like entertaining to people. And like, you know, I feel like throughout like our lives, we've all thought like, is this joke funny? Do I make people laugh? Do I make people smile? But I think it's really different when it's like, how do you entertain people that you don't know and you can't like really hear their reactions per se? Like, how do you grasp that and like be funny, be entertaining? So that's a new experience for me.
Cox.
Is trying to like really put together
That's
a
pretty funny.
how to.
Lame. I'm
entertain.
just joking. That's funny. No,
Dang,
that was a
look
good
at
one.
that.
That's a good one. It's deep. It's definitely deep. It's definitely really deep. I mean, definitely get you thinking. But yeah, no, it's a good one. Good one. You can't really. You know what it is? Like when I try to, I don't even try to be funny that much. Like I do, but I don't. And I feel like the times where I'm not trying to be funny, that's when people don't take me serious, and that's when people think I'm the funniest. When I try to be funny,
Yeah, that's what I've learned too.
the
Like,
joke doesn't
literally,
hit.
like, I don't.
I just walk away and act like I'm not trying to be serious. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like I just don't really get in my head about it if I'm trying to be funny.
A lot of the times
I
I've
don't really-
realized like, if you funny, you just funny. That's literally it. Like,
Oh yeah, no, like 100%.
Can't
you
fake
can't
funny.
force yourself to be funny
yeah,
either.
you can't
Like, you
fake
can't
funny.
just force it. Like Arthur in the Joker, he forced himself. And he got beat and turned into the Joker. Like you know, like it's you don't want to end up like that guy. Boom, cheap.
Yeah,
Was
say
that
it.
Yeah,
funny?
no. Like,
Was that
I
funny?
definitely say it's like less about like how to be funny and more like kind of how to be like, you know, kind of like bring something to the table in a podcast scenario of like what can I talk about that like forced but also feels like impactful. Like what can I bring to the table that is genuine to me but also still like impactful in an entertainment standpoint.
You might
I
sleep
guess
on that one.
I guess it's kind
No,
of.
I see what you're saying.
So like for me, like I definitely want like when I think about like doing this podcast, I think of it as like that sort of new experience of like taking on almost a new persona or perspective to be like I like staying true to yourself. I like speaking with the intent like you're trying to reach more than just the people in this like general talk. It's like I want my words to
Hear me
reach
out.
all of you, but also like reach the people listening.
Hear
I
me
think you have a very descriptive personality. I think you really go into detail with everything you say, and I think that's great. I think that's really awesome. I think that's what you'll bring to the table for sure. I think you articulate everything that you talk about, which is really good. I think it's awesome. And you get really deep and personal a lot, a lot. You know, like
You know.
like when you told me that I'm bad at gaming because
What?
Would you say you
Well, let's
said
be honest.
yeah.
You are.
bad
You
at
are. You are
gaming.
pretty
Yeah.
shit. Like
No,
you are a
no,
shitter.
no,
You're
hey,
a shitter.
hey, listen,
Like you
man.
said- No, no, no.
I
was
mean
talking
this.
about
I
Sparking
never said you
Zero.
bad.
Now listen, I was talking about Sparking Zero, and I was talking about how like it's so hard to beat the Great Ape, and I was like, you know what, I'll just go at it the next day, and you were like, you know, that's the difference between me and some other gamers because if I really like the game,
Whoa,
I'll go
okay.
into detail about it, and if I really like the game, I'll sit there and I'll really try to overcome and overachieve myself. And I was like, bro, like I'm just not feeling it, and I'm getting mad at myself.
Wait, what? No. Okay. For Tim being the one who was not here, I do not want this blasphemy painting me in a wrong light. I did not say you were bad. I did not say you should force yourself to play the game. All I said is I believe gaming
Cry
is
about
a
it if I keep
mentality.
losing. That's so crazy. You're lying. I'm just joking. I'm just
What?
joking. No, but what I'm saying. It's like when you're talking about a discussion as simple as video games. I think you bring like the deeper meaning
Yeah.
to video games to the picture, to the forefront, and I think that's what you're gonna bring when we're talking about like some different type of
Cock and
discussions.
balls.
Like
Yep, dog. He's got
Anyways,
right.
I think you're gonna bring like that type of discussion, that type of description to the table when we're having different type of discussions. I think that's gonna be really good for you. I think it's really good for the people. I think it's really good for us. Congratulations, Dylan. I'm on your team.
I don't know. Like, that's
I'm
really
a
what
D1 hater. All right.
I don't know. That's how I want. It was like deep conversation.
Yeah.
I'm ready for another one. I have another new. Wait, what's the topic again?
New experiences.
I got another new experience.
Anyways, before
Hold on.
Blake starts talking,
Tim, let's get a Tim experience in here.
So I was about to say, recently I just joined an Uber X like cult. You know, like urban exploring.
Bro, you
I-
told me to seek God.
I just
Anyway,
heard cult and I was
why
like,
do I need to see God? Because I like exploring cool shit.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, I'm on Tim's side for that.
But anyways,
like cult.
recently I just took Amajla Austin and Chanel to this place called Sith Academy when
Oh, I
we
saw
were in
that.
the Berkshires in Massachusetts. And let me tell you, we hiked for like 3 hours. Like we were lost in the woods for a while. And when we came back out, we were walking through a park and there's this lady just sitting on a swing, like over by like the river that's there. And her dog, really cute dog, little like bully pit bull type thing. It was white, cute dog. But she was like, "Are you guys looking for the Sith?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we are." Like, and I found that like through like a cult app, like that nobody knows about it. Only locals and like people exploring areas know about it. So this old lady is like, "Yeah, the Sith, you guys took the long way. It's like a 45-minute hike. Like you guys got a long way to go." And I'm like trying to understand how she knows what I'm looking for. And we keep walking like out of the park, and somebody else is like talking to us. They have their dogs too, and they're like, "Oh, you guys look like you're looking for the Sith." And I'm like, "What?
How do you all know
Why
Definitely
do all you
tourists.
people know this?" But well, it was because we all had our phones in our hands and we have like Google Maps out, and we're like talking about like
Yeah, tourists.
literally like what direction to go.
It's like when you go to
But
Florida for the first time and you wear like the Florida flower shirts. It's like everyone knows you're not from
the
there.
first
Like,
time you go to
back
New
home.
York, you gotta pick up the I Heart New York T-shirt. Like...
Yeah, it's like everyone knows, like just go back home.
go home? You don't belong.
But then they
Get
tell us
outta
we need to
here.
go park over like a street over and like walk through a cul-de-sac and go through like this area that says no trespassing. And I'm like,
What?
So I gotta
where are you
trespass?
guys sending me? So we start driving through the neighborhood, and when I talk about like big houses, I'm talking like 2 bay, 3 bay garage like type houses, 3 stories. Like some of them have balconies up front that you can't even access. It's just there for looks. But
It's just like,
we're driving down the road. I'm getting like nervous because I'm like, oh, I feel like these people are gonna call the cops and have our car towed or something like that. But I really want to go see this place. So we find somewhere to park the car. We walk in there. There's literally no trespassing signs everywhere you look. We're walking down, and then it says like public drinking water, like security, like on watch, blah blah blah. We're like, all right, we're fine. Keep walking. We walk down. There's this freaking guy who's like racing down the trail on his giant ass quad, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to almost run you off the road." And we're like, "Oh, we thought you were DEP," and he was like, "Oh, I am, but people come down here all the time, but I think it's just because they like to go sightsee, and there's a nice trail over here." And I'm like, "Is everybody like perfectly okay with this?" And he was like, "Yeah, nobody's gonna. You guys are fine. All right." Do you know where the Sith is? That's what I asked him. And he was like, oh, the Sith? Yeah, that's a good spot. You guys got to go check that out. That's like it's a must see if you're in the area. So I'm just like, what the fuck is this like tourist attraction that is like
what is it?
3 miles out in the woods and people are just happy to like walk like deer paths to like get to it. So
It's like, what is
he
this?
gives us a little bit better instructions. We start walking down. We go like I'm trying to like think about how to describe it. Like you have to see the pictures like that like I took to like understand how crazy this walk was. We walked over wooden bridges, dilapidated like stone bridges. took paths and like people cut down trees that went over a river, and we had to walk across the tree. We had to climb up a wall inside of the dam, and then we were on side of that like
I think I
walkway
saw
that
that
was
part.
like
That's the part that I
20
saw.
feet up in the air, and it was a bunch of hexagons, like just because like we were inside of the dam. Crazy experience, but that's my new experience. I've gotten into urban exploring a little bit.
Bro went on a side quest.
Not for real.
Yeah.
Bro said,
That
hold
is-
up. Watch this, guys.
Also forgot to mention, like I hate heights, but I love like conquering the fear. I don't know, the adrenaline feels good.
Yeah,
I was
that's like
there's a part on
everything.
that, and it's like pitch black, and all you hear is the water running beneath you, and I'm just like, oh man, I could pass out right now. Like I could
God,
fall in there, and there's nothing I could do about it. They have to
it's
call
like
the cops, and I'm gonna
I'm
get
a
arrested.
goner. I'm a goner.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how possible is it that I fall right now?
It's like, what if I die?
All right, Garrett, new experience, go.
My new experience? Hold on. So, trying to think. I've been brainstorming over here. You know what? I remember this one pretty vividly. So, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Back when I worked at a candy store, because candy stores, easy job. So I thought. Um, I remember the first time as a white man, just saying. Um, uh, people not understanding bigotry. Yeah, that was a fun time when I had to explain to somebody bigotry.
What does
Uh,
that mean for people who don't know?
it's like it it's the parent problem to racism.
Yeah, like the broad term for discrimination.
Like
Yeah.
when you genuinely don't know you're being racist,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just how you were
Yeah.
raised.
Yeah, you were just raised that way,
Yeah.
and like I don't fault
Like
anybody in this for it because like they genuinely didn't know, but like I was working there, and I have to have some fun while I'm there because there's like jack shit going on 95% of the time. So
Sorry.
nah, you good, brother. Um, I have this I had this thing where like I I put on an accent. I put on an accent for like an entire week.
Oh
So
my God, I remember this.
everybody
Yeah,
was
no, this was
fully
great.
convinced for an entire week that I was just an Australian man who moved to Connecticut for some godforsaken reason.
Yeah, this was a wild story.
Bro
I
walked
got-
in the work saying, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi!
It's like,
But
bro, like this was
it
real time.
like it was a like I remember I was just chilling there, doing my thing. Most people are that like I did it too were pretty like less confused and more like interested. But I remember one time like I had like I think it was like a group of girls come in, and I don't know why, but they were not feeling I don't know if were having a bad day or if I guess I fucked up their candy order and I made them pay too much. I don't know, but they were not happy with me. And by the end of it, they got a little heated, and I was like, "Yo, what I do, brother?" And they were like, yeah, I don't know what they called me, but it felt like it felt like a
It felt
racist
like
term. It felt like a slur.
It felt like
It was
meant to be a
it
slur.
definitely was a slur, but I just didn't know what it was because I'm not actually Australian. Fun
I
fact,
want to hear it
not
so bad.
I don't even. It was like fuck. Hold on.
This man Garrett was
Ye-
sitting,
I'll-
walked out.
Poggers.
He's like,
Poggers,
well, why
poggers.
the do?
I'll let Blake give his next story while I look up this fucking term.
New experience. Okay. Let's do my new experience. trying crack cocaine for the first time. Because it was actually like a pretty wild story, and I didn't like it, and that's why I don't do it anymore.
Crazy. What
I
if
was
you
in
like it?
Florida. No, I'm
Wild.
playing. New experience.
It's a thought-provoking one.
I was about to say, I remember one time I was at work and I used to work with what's his name? This guy named Bill. He was just a really old man, really, really old man. I think he was like 70 something.
I love old
And he was
people.
telling me a story about when he was younger and he saw black people for the first time. He saw them get out of the car and he like looked at the seats and he was like, why the fuck didn't the paint come off of that person? He really thought they were fucking painted black.
Wild.
Crazy.
I was like, dude, that is crazy. You just said that to me.
But,
a black man.
if we're talking about experiences, I got one. One that Garrett is pretty well versed in, but I don't know how much Tim and Blake know about it. But you know, I gotta tell the story of a certain Destiny clan, cause like
Oh
it is
yeah.
like this story centers around a
Oh god, don't
RP
put this in
clan.
the podcast. They're gonna freaking find you guys.
So be it. I want that. I've
So
been
be
literally,
it.
I've literally been asking them to find me for like the past like 6 months, and every single
Hey,
time
like,
I say anything
here's
to
the
them,
thing.
they cower.
They ran away from us, so I feel no shame in like telling this story. But it's like Blake, Tim, like the best way to explain this like cult following that this guy had was like it was bigotry, but it's like it's not even like they didn't like the leader knew very well what he was doing. This man was just a downright spiteful black supremacist, and it was like the craziest shit I have like heard in a while. It was like this group was
Like
like crazy.
and like I'm gonna speak on this because like I was also part of this. I was trying to infiltrate their organization. Not gonna lie, I was trying to do an undercover op situation.
like so the whole thing about that was one day like yeah I'll Garrett say it. I'll like this was so this was when like we first like met this group like you know the leader came to like join like the party we were in to like talk about it, and Garrett was there, and obviously his name is Pink Kool-Aid, so this guy saw it and he's like, Pink Kool-Aid, is there like, you know, like he sounded almost like off put by it, which I thought was so weird at the time. And he's like, is there a reason you're named Pink Kool-Aid by any chance? And then Garrett replies, it was like Call of Duty thing. And then the guy's like, yeah, sure, okay, Pink Kool-Aid. Like just very like standoffish. And I made a joke at the time because like I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
really funny joke.
icebreaker.
A really funny joke, ruining my entire fucking plan.
Icebreaker joke, bro. Icebreaker joke was like I just said it because no, the whole thing about this group they tried to preach was that like people can come into it and be themselves, which is the agenda of most cults, anyways. Moving on, but I made a joke about like Garrett to where like I said, don't worry, he might not be black, but it's like all his black homies give him the N-word pass. The guy went dead silent. Dead silent. Like you would think he just died on mic. Few seconds go by, some awkward chuckles from everyone else. Serious voice, full serious voice. He's just like, yeah, we don't do the N-word pass thing around here. That's not acceptable. And I was like, okay.
No.
And then I was like, damn, bro, a bit of dark humor. Don't you think you're overreacting? And he's like, when I think of dark humor, I don't think of racism. He's like, you want to hear a dark joke? What's the difference between a pedo and a priest?
Oh,
And he's like, the pimple waits to come on your face till you're 13. He's like, that is what we He's like, that is what we consider dark humor in my group. And I sat there like taken aback, Blake, because I'm like, I'm like, there was this level of hypocrisy that was so deeply rooted in his words to where, like, I remember, like, when I was talking to Garrett about it later, I'm like, did that man just say it's okay to joke about pedos, but like the N-word pass was too far? And it was this experience that was like genuinely mind-boggling, because like this guy lived in like Blake. When I tell you he lived in his RP, he literally RP'd in his own life. Like this man genuinely believed he was a Destiny Guardian.
Bro said, "What the Sigma?" I
No.
mean, how
It-
far?
No, when I like this was Tim. The whole reason why I never got invited to the clan, which I was like kind of bummed out about. But like I blame Dylan for that. All he had to do
Yeah,
was
it
not.
was- it was
All
shitty.
he had to say. All he had to do was not say that I had an N-word pass, and I definitely could have got in there. Uh, but God, I've never met a more condescending human being in my life.
And like it gets worse. That's the thing. This is a compound story that like it just gets sadder. The more I would like the further I would go into this story, like Tim, it just gets sadder because there were things I heard because I was like around them for a little bit that Garrett didn't, and it was some of like the most, like, how do I word it? The most demented and deprived things I heard in a while up until this point. Like, like this was a genuine, like, I swear it was an online. Like the guy who ran it, like, had the most demented and deprived like worldviews and sense of humor, and like the way like he like tried to construct himself was it was wild. And like when I tell you like this guy genuinely believed that everything he was doing was like real, Blake. Like this man believed it was all very real. He believed that he believed he was this like Destiny Guardian with this tragic backstory.
That's crazy. So my first experience smoking reefer. Let's do it. It's bound to come
This
out
dude.
anyways if I get super ultra
Straight
mega
cut up.
famous. So I might as well cancel myself now.
I already said that he did crack.
So
Now he's saying that he's smoking.
I did smoke marijuana at one point in my life. I don't do it anymore because I'm a very responsible man of God.
He's
I
lying.
do not smoke reefer. Not saying that doesn't make you a man of God if you don't smoke or if you do smoke reefer, but I just choose not to. Not what I have in store for my life right now.
Dang.
Drinking it truly, yes, sir. I'm not getting drunk though. But anyways, back onto my story. So my first time smoking reefer was unlike
Reefer.
probably anyone's first time. Uh, I was very much nervous because my uncle Tim I knew would beat my ass if he found out. That's the only reason why like I didn't really like tell anyone about it or anything like that. But especially at the time, so I was just the only thing I was just more paranoid than anything, right? You know, smoking with my boy Mason, smoking them Lexi, a little blah, a little Blazante, and they smoked with me. I'm the new kid in town. So we got a little Blazante, a little cinnamon stick, a little meat stick that we're gonna be smoking. So we smoking on it, you know. I'm feeling a little high, you know, a little green, you know what I'm saying? And I, but it wasn't like it wasn't like being high though. Like I've been high, and it wasn't like being high. I was just more paranoid than anything. I was like, oh fuck, like, no one can tell Tim. Like no one can tell him. Like oh my god. So I was more just nervous,
Wow.
but I didn't like anything. Like it wasn't anything crazy. The first time I really got high though. So I went from smoking with a little meat stick, a little cinnamon stick, a little blazante, to doing edibles my next time. The next time I got high, I did an edible. Now remember, now I was in high school, I was a sophomore. This plug who was a senior, he was he was giving out edibles for like 15 bucks. I wasn't paying for it because I was scared of it. I was like, oh, a cookie that's gonna get you high? No, thank you. I like regular cookies. I don't want a cookie that's gonna get me high. So my friend got it and shared with me. I was like, okay, fire. These cookies were so small, and being the bigger kid that I was, disappointed. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna eat this cookie and enjoy it, it should be a decent sized cookie. This thing was like a mini Oreo, right? It was like a mini chocolate chip cookie, like a Chips Ahoy little bag, little bite cookie. Disappointed. I was like, all right, let me try it. It was disgusting. It was so gross. I was so disappointed. I didn't spit it out because I was a bigger kid. You know, I was finishing that. I was absolutely gonna finish it, but I was
Broke all
I
sugar
ate the
in the
cookie.
freezer.
That's right. I ate the cookie, and I'm going. Like, it was disgusting. It just tasted like a plant. It tasted like you put a weed plant in your mouth and you're just chewing on it with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I'm sitting there, and obviously I'm like, this is not working. This is crazy. All right. Well, if I'm supposed to be high, why am I not high? Me not knowing that it kicks in like an hour. So we smoke a blunt, and this time like I'm smoking, I'm like, oh, like I'm feeling circles. I'm feeling the rings. I'm feeling high right now. Like I can't go walk around right now 'cause I'm so high. I can't go home. I can't do anything. So I smoked a blunt. 45 minutes later, it just like it literally just kicked in. Man, I'm telling you, I saw Jesus. I was smacked. I remember I have a video. I'm sitting in a chair going, rubbing my knees, going, oh my God, I can't believe these are real. I can't believe these are real. They feel so much like skin. So much like skin. I can't believe this is real. Oh, I was going crazy. I
Wild.
was
I
so
feel my
smacked.
Bro was
Yeah,
gone.
like this. I was
The man
Bro
was
so
was
trying
smacked.
to be the first death from marijuana.
Bro was
I
fully
was so
tweaking.
off a cookie and a blunt. This cookie was so small and a blunt. And I remember what like this is the thing is and until this day like that was when I was 16. I'm 23 now. So I remember and what I don't remember is what I was gonna say is I after that I was so smacked I couldn't go home and this girl had to leave. I always smoked with my boy Mason and this girl named Lexi. We were like a trio, three musketeers, best friends. Um, and she had to leave, and I didn't want to go home because I was absolutely freaking out of body right now. So me and my friend Mason were
That was
walking down the
actually
road. We're going to
ayahuasca.
the. It was bro, it's something. It was probably shrooms or something. I
bro
don't
was
even know.
gone.
But I forget. I don't remember the. I
Bro was
still to
smoking
this day
toad.
do not remember walking from my house down to the park with my boy. Now, me and my boy, we get to the park and it's just there's so many people there. It's hot. I just remember I'm feeling I'm gonna die. So Tim, I remember calling you. I called you like Tim, I'm high right now. I'm high. I need you to go pick me up. Can I come to your house? Da, 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 da. I remember being so high. I called you. You came to pick me up. And we went to your house in Sterling, and I took a nap. I remember I took a nap for like 3 hours, and then I woke up, and we all went to NASCAR and got Wendy's. It was a really weird day, really awkward day. Didn't plan on having it that day, but yeah, it was a very out of body experience.
What a
Um,
day.
it turned me into a meth head though very shortly later because I wanted to experience it again. Um,
Wild.
it was great. It was a good time. It
The
was a really good
reality
time.
is, Blake got laced his first time smoking weed. He actually did try methamphetamines, and he's been chasing that high all
It's a
along.
joke. Blake was actually the
It's a-
first documented case of
Literally,
fent.
Crazy, bro.
Blake was off the fent the
it
whole
was
time.
wild.
No
It
one
was
knew.
absolutely
Bro
wild.
was leaning.
No one didn't know. Nobody knew what fent was back in the day, but Blake was the first one.
It's like first recorded
Blake was
sighting.
5 steps away from fentanyl.
Oh my
Wild.
gosh,
Wild.
that was a crazy day. That was a crazy day.
We
It
all love the
sounds like it.
fentanyl. Anyways,
bro. Wild experience. Anyways.
My first time getting drunk.
all right, buddy. All right, buddy.
Okay,
All right, buddy.
okay.
Skedaddle
You're
out
using
of
up
here.
all the
life
turn.
story.
Like, bro, if I wanted your backstory, I'd watch the.
You watch my what? My OnlyFans?
What?
Shit, you
No.
got one of
okay.
those?
Shit, like
What
I
did you
didn't
just
know.
say? I didn't
I
hear
said
you.
if I said if I wanted your backstory, I'd watch the Origin anime.
Well,
You wouldn't get it, Blake. It's not. It's not one for one of you normies. You don't get that type of humor.
uh, uh, uh.
So how long has this been going for so far, Gary?
I don't fucking know. I'm not even
45
looking at it.
minutes.
I'm playing Core Keeper in the
Calling it
background. I'm not gonna...
47 minutes.
It has been going on for an hour and 5.
Nice. Okay, so you're
Damn.
probably having a good 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Did you guys hear about the unicycle gangs that have been taking over?
The
Unicycle game.
unicycle gang.
You know those like those electric one
Ugh.
wheels.
Yeah.
There's been like a cult of like 300 of them fucking running
This
rampant.
episode
I
is
think
all
it's like
about
Ohio.
cults.
Well, sorry to break it to you, Blake, but that's just the day and age we live in.
I was about to say everything's a freaking cult, bro. Cult fans for Trump, cult fans for Harris.
Listen, okay, like I don't
And-
care what you say, bro. My cult of the
Oh.
magical potato.
We've
We'll live
made
long
it.
and
We've
prosper.
made it to the politics. Let's go. We've made it to the
No,
politics section.
we
Let's
don't- no,
fucking
no,
go.
We don't need to
No.
talk about it. I regret bringing it. It was just a good example.
No,
We
we're
made
not
it.
political. Please don't
Not
cancel us.
All right. So should we? Is it time to close it out?
I mean,
I mean,
Was
if
that
you want-
good?
You can.
if we want to close, we can, or we could
I mean-
keep going. I really don't care.
I don't know. Like
This is-
I just feel like we didn't. I think we really only talked about one thing. Though.
I feel like that was good for the first episode.
Like, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's
That's all I want to talk about today, guys. Bye.
It's like, bye. It's like, bye.
All right,
So
guys.
I'm like,
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Bye.
So it's like, I feel like we just talked about so
See,
little.
no, and now Blake, this is when it gets good, because then when we like, it starts like getting more. There'll be a chat there, and like you can like engage with chat.
We're not streaming. It's a podcast.
Yeah, I know, but like you can still have like little things off on the side.
Like
Yeah,
like we stream while we do the podcast because we could do that.
Yeah, that's if we want to do one.
yeah.
Well, there's not gonna be a chat if we don't live stream it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Because we're in a Discord, dude. Like if we wanted
Yeah,
to
but we
have
can
a
still
fucking
live
audience,
stream
we can.
Yeah, we can still like I can live stream on Twitch while we're in Discord.
Like, bro, we could do
I know that's like the point I'm trying to make.
Q&As. The power of the Q&A.
I love me some.
You think when streamers stream, they stream on
Pause.
one thing? No, like they're doing like 5 different things at the same time, making content.
I know,
out
but
of
you
each
said like in the
different piece.
future that there would be a chat that we could read off, but there's not gonna be no chat unless we live stream. And then you said that, then you proceeded to say that like, well, that's the point. Like if we want to live stream, we can, which is that is a good idea. I think that's awesome.
Like it's because we can. I'm not saying we have to.
It's like yeah, I think it's just could add more engagement.
It is an option that we could add.
It
That,
is,
that's,
like, yeah.
No, I think it's a good
So-
option we can explore doing this podcast in VR.
You buy everybody a VR
Oh
headset,
my
then, buddy.
God.
I was about to say you
Spend the
drop
$800
$1,500 on VRs for everyone, and then we will have one episode of VR chat room for you.
Why not?
I'll buy
Damn.
my VR.
Well,
I'll go
you're the only
full
one that's gonna
50
be there. You're gonna be sitting in a room in the dark all by yourself,
I'll
buddy.
buy
Everybody's
my
gonna be on
VR.
their Xbox controllers, and Blake's gonna be like, "Yo, you're fucking
Dude.
Yo!
Damn, look at that ass. Let me
Just-
sniff that." He's gonna fucking start crawling around on his floor.
No way.
Sniff
Yeah,
that's
I-
crazy.
Like ever again. Even VR, I think that's close.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Blake, buy the VR. I think that'd be funny.
Oh my God.
I will buy my own VR, my own VR, and then I'll give you both $50.
I'm not
Blake,
buying a
you can
VR.
just-
I'm gonna
how
be
about
straight
this,
up.
Blake?
bro.
You borrow my VR, and we'll all go in VR chat room on Xbox for you.
It's like.
Then it's just me as the host.
Yeah, bro.
All right, we'll do it when you're winning.
Well, it's your idea, and that'll be your conversation. Today, we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about VR.
Yeah, bro.
Today we're talking about me. Y'all sit down. That's what I'm gonna do. Today
It's like that.
we are talking about me.
And that's
And
when
then I'll get-
that's when I start derailing every subject.
We'll have the episode of Blake.
That's when I'm gonna
the-
start
the film.
derailing like crazy.
All right. Well, hold on. So before we close it
filler
out,
arc.
we have to decide of a winner. Of
What?
who's the winner for the next So how do we win? Is the real. So let's
It's a-
describe
it's
to
a
the viewers,
very-
Garrett, since this is your idea. How do we win?
All right. So since there's 4 of us, an even amount, it's a little bit weird. If we had an uneven amount, it'd be different, but we don't. So
Okay.
whatever. Basically, everybody's gonna vote for a person that they want to win this episode. So
You can't vote for yourself.
that's the only rule. You cannot vote
Yeah.
for yourself.
So it's gonna be like a vocalized vote that like are gonna like
Yeah.
state our
So
vote? Okay.
so like someone will say, "I vote for
Okay.
whoever," and
I'm making sure that it's like okay, it is gonna be like a vocalized.
yeah, nah. Everybody will hear you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it in quiet rooms, but
In
then
the future, we gotta discuss having some like little like not skits, like little like segments where we do like little games, like just little games, like I don't know, guess how many freaking how
ball
much
sacks
aura
I have.
Blake has. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Blake,
like,
ready?
I don't know.
Like here. I'm
Bro
thinking
literally
of a
got 0.
number. I'm thinking of a number between 3 and 9.
7.
2.
4.
It was 7. Blake got it right. It was 7.
Whoa! You earned my vote, pal.
So Blake got
W's
one vote from Dylan.
W's in the chat.
W's in
No,
the chat, guys. Give this guy a
no,
fuck.
no.
Give this
My
guy
vote's
mod.
for Tim.
My vote's for Dylan.
For Dylan?
I don't
Alright.
know. I'm gonna be
I was
honest.
gonna
Like,
say,
just
it's
like,
funny because I was gonna vote for Dylan too.
my vote is honestly for Tim. My vote is Tim.
Alright.
Tim's votes for Dylan, so I guess Dylan. I mean, Garrett, who do you think? It's either between. I mean,
I was gonna probably vote for Blake, but
okay.
I want it. So.
So
yeah,
I win.
No! My-
No.
All the vote. What?
Blake's competitive fucking method. Like, that is coming out right now.
Wild.
You want
We
to talk
should-
about aura? This guy's crackhead aura is off the
Blake's
fucking
like, wait,
charts.
it's a fucking tie.
This is
Stop
a
edging
tie.
me.
Dang it, it's a tie. Dang, we gotta do something. Okay, so
Wait,
Dylan's
how
the
is it a
winner.
tie?
All right.
I was just joking.
It's not a tie, you right? No, I'm not. I'm bugging. Yeah, nah. Dylan.
Dylan.
I'm thank you.
Don't
where's the
cry.
where's the clapping sound?
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
So it's like, dude,
Hold on.
do over. Thank you. I'm no. We get shirts down. Damn. This is crazy. This is historical. I've won the first episode. Damn, that's.
And then we never do the podcast ever again.
I know, right? That would be wild. I'd die on the inside.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Wow.
I can't delete everything.
Bro, ruminating on it.
Nice. Okay. Do you have a closing, Garrett, or should I think one on the spot?
How about the winner gives us the closing, man?
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Okay, it's up to me.
It's up to you, brother.
Well,
That's a
but
good
before
idea.
I give our closing, is there anything you guys would like to add?
You suck. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing I would like to add is, I really appreciate this experience. Coming from a child with no father, it's humbling that I get to experience this. I get to experience this with the people I love. People so beneath me that have zero aura, but I'm happy I get to give some of my aura to be with you guys. Hopefully that you guys can learn something from me. As a 6'6" dark light skin myself, as a 6'6" tall dark skin myself, I do have a lot of people. I'm almost like invincible when I walk around. So I really hope that you guys can really learn something from me. It's humbling knowing that I can help you guys out, because when I
Bro,
was
it's
a
a
mere child, I
podcast.
didn't
It's not that deep.
when I was a mere child, I just didn't think
Listen,
that,
Blake, I was
I'd be
giving
able
you
to
Blake, I
help
was
this
giving you a
person.
chance and you just keep going.
the
Okay.
peasants in my life, they just
literally
don't
is a
really compare to me.
professional
And I just-
yapper.
Okay. Oh, okay, Blake. Blake.
I
There are
didn't
Pro
two
think
other
yapper over
people.
here.
to really
There are two other
Alright.
help
people I would
someone
like
out
to
that's
hear
in
from.
need.
Garrett, your
And-
moderator. Mute this man.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Blake, respectfully, I like
Respectfully, shut the fuck up.
Garrett, Tim. Do you guys like? Do you guys want anything before like I do our outro?
Nah.
Yeah, I
What
could
about
add some.
Sam?
I could add something here. Hold on. I just want to say, Blake, you did good. That's why I voted for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just know that.
I appreciate it.
I love you.
No, like Blake,
you too,
I
man.
genuinely think like I
If we
I
weren't
was
related,
happy.
I would ask to have intercourse.
We were wait what?
If we weren't related, I would ask to have intercourse.
Like,
We could do it while we're related. It'd just be wrong.
Oh, dude.
okay. Okay.
And the looks of people's eyes, it'd be wrong. but I don't think
Poggers,
it'd-
poggers,
Something
bleep that
just
one out.
snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care.
Okay. Well, but before I give our outro, I was gonna actually follow what Gary said. I do share a similar sentiment to Gary's. I appreciate our conversation we had. I'm happy that we kind of came to a common ground on you think I bring deep conversation to this podcast, and I think you bring comic relief.
You know, it really
So-
is. It's really tough being such an amazing man.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sure
with
you have to
that,
deal
I
with these
think it
outfits.
is time I give our outro. It has been a fun first episode. For everybody listening, I would like to thank you all. We hope like this has been an unforgettable experience, and honestly, to have this honor is I hope I get it again sometimes, but I'm not gonna be greedy. But yeah, this has been the Chaos Incarnate Podcast. Your host, me, Dylan, Garrett, Tim, and you know him already. He said his name multiple times. Blake. Shout out Blake. We can't wait to do our next episode and see you all again.